Mighty Mouse UFL on the YouTube, man. Mighty Mouse UFL on the YouTube, man. We just got done going over to the alternative school. A couple of these guys here went in there and talked to some of the kids in there that get in trouble in their other schools and stuff, man. Gave them some breakdowns of what they've been through in their life. Also, we're here with two police officers. They're gonna give us some of their input on what they got going on in this area and the crime rate and stuff like that. It's a pretty bad area from what I've seen coming through here, man. They got, pretty high crime rate through here, right? Pretty much. And I know DC's just, I kind of know where I'm at. I know DC's just not even a couple miles up the road. Holla at my boy Oreo. I haven't seen him. Me and him was on Brunswick together and on Coffeewood, right? Coffeewood together. Yeah. I'll let him give some information about himself, man, because this is also going to be a penitentiary talk. We're just going to add a bunch of stuff in there. And TL standing back there. He can get in the video here in a minute, too. What are y'all's names? Y'all want to give it?
Yeah, Rocky.
Chalquez. All right, both of them are, I'm not going to say the area that they're in, but they're cops out here in their DC area. And they got a pretty high crime rate, man. So they're gonna give you a little breakdown and what's going on with the kids, why we came out here today, and what we do.
All right, man. I'm Luke, aka Oreo. Did 25-year bid, 22 years flat on 25. Came out here to speak to the youth today about an alternative school, how to get them back on the right track. Shared a lot of my story with them. So it was truly a blessing to give back. Just being home a few months out, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity to give back. Thankful for my man Mighty Mouse out here, to see him out here in the streets and doing good things and giving back to the community. I'm just thankful. You can hit me up, man, on Lucas_barbering, and hit me on the gram. On Facebook with Luke Luca. Check out my barber work too. But I'm here to give back with my brother. I drove out here about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to give back, and I'm just thankful for this opportunity. And to all my brothers that's behind the wall, take your time, man. Do what you got to do. Get us a trade, something, man, that you can use when you get out here, man. Because for real, you tatted up, it's hard out here, man. People gonna tell you a lot of no's, man. So we're gonna build on that a little bit later. But I just want to introduce myself, man. Everybody knows me as Oreo, and I held it down, did my time strong, came out strong, and I'm doing big things out here. So I'm just thankful to be out here with my brother, and we're gonna build. And I'm gonna let him take the mic right now.
Let me ask you a couple questions, man. Okay, so out of all the time that you did, man, what kind of licenses and skills did you get while you were in there?
All right.
To help you succeed when you got out here?
First and foremost, man, I went in there, I didn't have any type of high school education, expelled 3 years in a row, too old to be in middle school. They kicked me out, put me in alternative schools, so that's why I could relate to the kids. But when I hit penitentiary, my mother told me, your sisters are gonna graduate before you do. So I went to the education department and let them know I was trying to get my GED. I couldn't even read cursive, couldn't do anything. So I told them, man, look, I'm trying to get this GED before 98. They helped me get in there, passed, got my GED. From there, I went into commercial cleaning, got my certification in that. And then from there, I went to barbering school. I got my license, and I also got my master's barber license. And I was working on my instructor's license before I got out. And that's what really helped me get on my feet when I got out here. So I didn't have to depend on anybody else telling me no, telling me, man, you got a record, I can't touch you. And I felt that experience, so I understand why dudes, when they get out, they go back to what they are used to doing. Because when I first got out and I didn't have any clientele, I was trying to get jobs, and they saw my charges. And it was serious because I had murder charges, I had shooting in occupied dwelling charges, shooting from moving vehicles, shooting in city limits. People were looking at me like, I can't touch you.
Hold on. I got a question.
Talk to me.
So you talking all this penitentiary, murder charge, this, that.
Yeah.
And all the time. How much time you do?
22 flat.
22 flat. So let me ask you this. How you end up standing out here in society beside two officers?
Honestly.
How did this work out?
Honestly, it's a beautiful thing because when I was in, I learned to understand that authority, I may not like the person with the authority, but at the end of the day, the authority isn't from them. The authority comes from God. So when I understood that authority came from God, I learned to respect the authority and just deal with the people that had the authority because they have flaws too. They have personality issues, and it's not them. It may be the way they were brought up. So I just learned to respect the authority. Even though I may not have liked the person, I still respected the authority, and I did what they told me to do. So once I understood that when I came out, being a law-abiding citizen is not hard at all.
So the gist of it from where we started with the conversation in the beginning, so the five of us, which is three, I'm gonna call myself a criminal, a hardcore criminal, so I'm gonna just label you as a criminal too. Three criminals and two officers, or three ex-cons and two officers just went into a school to talk to the youth about not going down the path that we went down, all right? And the youth had severe autism, and they had education emotional disability. That's who we just talked to. So what I want to know is how this came about. Who put this together? What just happened? What did we just do?
All right, so we constantly get called at that school. Kids are bad.
Do you mind saying what school?
The children's guide. Anyhow, this school is for troubled kids. I constantly go in there. I'm usually in uniform, and I mean they're screw 12. Y'all, I ain't gotta listen to y'all. I go there. They're beating up their teachers. I went there last week because they were beating their teachers with drumsticks. Not only that, then they look at me. Like I said, I'm in uniform when I go in there, and they say, I live the street life. I live the street life. That's all I want. And so I reached out to Mouse. I said, Mouse, because I don't know. I can't tell these kids anything because I've never been down that road. So I reached out to Mouse. I said, hey, you got anybody you can bring up to this school to come talk to these kids? So that's why we're here today. He reached out to you, to Oreo here, and reached out, and they gave their words, and it was great. It was really good.
You think they listened in there? You think they got something out of it?
They did listen. I'll tell you what. It made me listen. You know, to see their side of it, to see what they're doing now, and it's all for good. So I have no issue, with what I do. I think it's great what you guys do, and I definitely, I'll tell everybody about it. So.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. The opportunity, man, to come out. This isn't our area. We're far away, but any place that we can go, like we just went up to the Bronx this last weekend. Went up there with Fat Joe and China Mac. I met a couple celebrities up there for the fights up there, and I seeing a different world, seeing what and knowing what these guys are doing and what they're getting away with out there. And I just like, man, I sit back and I'm just like, man, I'm glad I'm not in that situation anymore where I'm chasing those materialistic things, man. I've made my life a lot simpler by not worrying about having all that stuff they're pulling up in Wraiths and Bentleys and all that type of stuff, man. And I know the world knows what people are doing to have those certain things, and I'm telling you, man, it's I used to chase those dreams thinking that I was eventually going to have those things too, and by any means, and anybody I had to hurt to get it, got it. So man, you make your life simple, man, and you don't never have to worry about that type of stuff anymore,
I got a question. This gentleman right here in the middle, what's your name, brother? Jaquez. So you sat there and you saw everything that happened in there. So how can you describe what we just went inside the school and did to the people?
All right, so obviously, just like Rocky explained, we're on the same squad, so we go there all the time. The kids, I think they were very, for lack of a better word, enticed. They wanted to hear their story because that's the lifestyle that they glorify at this moment. But I also think it's also a good thing that they got you guys' perspective, and with us coming in with you guys, it shows unity. It shows that, look, hey, we all make mistakes in our life, but we can, we're officers, they have their past. People make mistakes, but it doesn't mean that we can't come together for a common goal, which is to help the kids.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I want to say something. Let me get over here in the camera. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to do so much. So this is what I want to say. I want to say, like, I'd like to thank you for inviting me out. I'd like to thank you for inviting me out and coming out. I'd like to thank you for the story that you shared with the gentleman. Because it don't matter where you've been or what you've been through. And I like the encouragement I want to give is never judge a man on his worst day, because as long as we're alive, we got a chance to change. People judged us, people counted us out, people held us back. But today, these brothers called us and depended on us. It was time where y'all would have pulled up, I would have ran from you, it would have been a whole different ball game. You would have had to do a different thing. But I'm not there no more. I grew up and I matured. So I just want to thank y'all and say that this is what y'all have to do. You guys out there getting out of prison, whether you're just getting out of the streets and want to give back to the community, get involved. All the police are not bad. You had to contact them, talk to them, because these are the people that can get us into the locations we need to get into to have the effective change on the community that we have to change, because they know who the troublemakers are. They know who needs to hear the message, because they get the calls. They have the demographic reports. They have support set up. So get with your community outreach division, whatever department you're in, whatever municipality you're in, and find out how you can give back to your community and support the change that's going on. We're screaming, what are you screaming? Gloves up, guns down, and we all just going to do it together. I'm going to digress because I talk forever. Go ahead.
I want to say one thing too. A man falls 7 times, he stands up. Many years while I was in prison, I saw a lot of guys keep coming back to prison over and over and over. In 22 years, I mean, I've seen some people come out 6, 7, 8 times and come right back in. And my thing to you is, life is not over when you fall down. Life is over, man, when you dead, when you give up on yourself. As long as you have breath in your body, you're able, man, to get back up on your feet and make a change, you know? And penitentiary, man, it stands for penitent, to repent. It's a time of reflection. That's what penitent means, and that's where that word comes from. It's a time to reflect on yourself, to look in the mirror when you don't have the gold, you don't have the girls, you don't have the drugs, you don't have the cars, all those things that we thought made a man. Those things are nothing. When you look at yourself in the mirror and they strip you butt naked when you go into that jail cell and they take everything from you and you look at yourself and you say, who am I? It's a long road to find that process while you're in there. And take the time to invest in yourself while you're in there. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, but as long as you get back up, and you'll be a success story. And it doesn't matter what people say. They don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in. So take the time, man, to invest in yourself. Don't sit around playing poker all the day. Don't mess around getting your feelings all caught up in a board. Don't worry about your store box. You know what I mean? Don't worry about your store box. Don't be sitting there gunning the COs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be real talk, man. Focus on yourself, man. Exercise your demons while you in there. Because if not, when you step through them doors, man, them demons waiting right there to jump back on your shoulder, man. And it's really real out here, man. The small things you do in there turn into big things out here, man. For real. And it's a life or death situation. So, man, invest in yourself, man, and you'll be able to succeed. I've been through my struggles, but there's no turning back. I'm not going back into a lifestyle. Picking up a gun, getting a package of drugs, that is not an option, man. That is not an option, man. I've been humbled. I've been told no. But every time I get a no, man, when eventually that yes comes, it means so much to me. Like I said, man, I'm in Master Cuts in Waldorf, Maryland now. I'm doing big things. My clientele is building. Lord willing, next year, man, or in the near future, I'll be opening my own barbershop. It's a blessing, man, but you got to stay the course, man. You do it the right way and do it with integrity, man, you'll look back and you won't say, man, I cut corners, man. I didn't cheat to get ahead, man, and you'll appreciate it so much more, man. It's beautiful out here. And another thing, for all y'all that said, man, freedom was going to hit me when I walked through that door, it was a lie. I was in shock. I couldn't believe they opened the doors up, man. I didn't even know what I was feeling. Freedom has been coming to me every single day. When I go to a bank and I got a debit card, or I'm doing self-checkout, or I'm driving my car by myself. Look, after 11 years, I didn't even exist anymore in the system. When I came out, when I left the street, it was Super Nintendo and Pages. When I came out here, it was PlayStation 4s and iPhone 10s. It's iPhone 11s now. So when I came out here, I was in shock, bro. But every day, freedom has come on me so beautifully, man. And it's so beautiful, man. Every day out here is amazing, man. I cannot express to you the feelings that I feel every single day, man. So y'all brothers, man, stay the course. Do the right thing in there, man. Reach out to me, man. I can help you, put you on. Mousy doing great things out here, man. I've been following him. I've been watching him. We've been meaning to link up, but it's a beautiful thing now because it happened in the right time. And now I made some more connections to be able to come back in and share my story. And it's not something I read in a book. It's not something I seen on TV. It's not something that I heard in a rap song. I'm not glorifying that lifestyle, man. I'm tearing that kingdom down, man, and building another kingdom, man. So we on a kingdom moving movement, man. And if you're about building that kingdom of light, man, and sowing seeds and investing in the next generation, man, get with us, man, and become a part of the movement, man. That's what's up. That's all I had to say.
All right. Yeah, man, and this is stuff that you have to start building, man, way before you get ready to come home. If you're still getting high, you still messing with boys, you still doing this and that, robbing people, stealing, the day you get ready to come home, you think that's just going to shut off when you step outside them gates, you're wrong. You got to prepare yourself, man. The re-entry programs and stuff, everybody's mad about having to go into them. They don't think that it's going to work for them and stuff like that, man. Look, nothing's going to work for you if you don't work it. That's a fact.
It works if you work it, but you got to work it every day.
You got to work it, man. They're giving you so many options in there, man. They're giving you so many different trades. They're giving you so many different programs that you can get to make, better yourself for when you come out here. If you don't use them, that's your fault.
So,
you know what I mean?
Are you saying if somebody working in the kitchen in the institution, they stealing onions and chicken just to get by and eat, and they doing this every day, doing it for the last 5 years, but they thinking they're gonna come home and not steal, you saying they're gonna have a little difficulty with that?
I'm saying, look, man, you know, when you inside prison, man, everybody's got to hustle.
If they stealing every day in prison, are they gonna be able to come home and stop stealing? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be hard for them to do it, man.
So if they on the phone lying to their girl every day, they get on the phone and talk to her, are they gonna be able to come home and stop lying?
There's different scenarios and different situations, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody in prison's got some type of hustle to survive. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a fact. I don't care if you're drawing pictures, if you're tattooing, or you're stealing onions,
cutting
peppers, or cutting hair. Everybody's got a hustle, man, in prison, man. you know, even cutting hair is illegal in prison if you don't work in a barbershop.
True.
So there is no legit hustle in there. Your legit hustle is making 23 cents an hour with a job that they give you. Everything else is illegal. So I'm saying, if you're running up in people's lockers, you're peeling their lockers back and you're stealing their commissary, or you're robbing them in the stairwell and beating their ass, or they're coming out of the visitation room with a pack and you're taking it out their ass, whatever it is you might be doing, I'm saying those type of things are a little bit different than the level I'm talking about as far as cutting hair, people tattooing and stuff like that to survive and hustle, man. That's a different scenario, man. If you're still on some predatory shit, you're still on savage mode, then when you get out here 9 times out of 10, you're still gonna be on that same type of gear. Yeah.
And another thing, you reap what you sow. So if you lying to your folks, man, you need to be building relationships before you get out here to connect, man. Be really real with your people, man. Don't lie to get their money. If anything, send them your money, man. And it may sound crazy, man, but I sent my money to my family. You know what I'm saying? I invested in my son while I was in there, man. I didn't want to take away from my family. I wasn't worried about visitation if they couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Thankfully, they did come and make it, and I got a wife that's a soldier. But at the same time, man, I kept it really real about my life, you know, and you got to do that to build those bridges before you get out, because you have to have a support system out here. If you do not have a support system and you just go into your probation officer, man, with nowhere to go, food stamps, you're trying to get all type of all this stuff, man, you need to build your bridges while you in there, man. So when you come out here, man, you have some type of firm footing, man, and you're not coming out here lost, especially for my brothers that have done long periods of time, and you have to connect to this outside world. Take your brain outside that prison and start getting out here in this world, because if not, you will be hit when you come out here, man.
We want to hug it out?
Yeah, man, dap it up, man. Hey, look,
Yeah.
man, we appreciate y'all
Dapping the
time.
police up.
Having us come out here, man.
I rode the
Thank you,
police
man.
car over.
Yes, sir.
Peace, sir. Peace and blessings, man. I thank y'all for it.
Y'all ain't gonna lock me up in there, like, when I fuck off. I ain't gonna get.
Hey, look, hey, we can come through this area now.
We good.
We can fly through here. We ain't gotta stop at no stop signs.
I rode the police car.
We don't have to stop at anything, because now all I'm gonna be like, look, I'm just gonna tell them who I know.
Nah, I rode. Hey, I
I
rode
might
through
just
a
yell out the
do not
window.
enter with
I
the
might not even
police.
stop. I might not even stop. I might just yell out the window, hey man, this is who I know. I'm gone. Hey, look, go ahead, holler at them.
Yeah,
All
taser.
right, hey, Mighty Mouse UFL on the YouTube, man. Y'all go subscribe, man.
And
Hit
have
me
him-
up.
Hit him up.
Lucas_barbering on the gram, man. Check me out, man. Styleseat.com/Damian Lucas. Hit me up, man, if you in Waldorf, Maryland.
Manscapes, haircuts, anything to do with it.
Dead.